Welcome to Stock Talk. This is your host, Scott. Hope you had a good day of trading in the market today. We had a pretty good day of watching our portfolio. Not really trading anything today, but things were interesting, that's for sure. Novavax still on a run. Almost got to that 200 mark today. We'll talk about that. Tesla had a little battle beginning of the day and managed to fight its way to the green. So we'll talk about that as we look at our portfolio. But I appreciate everybody watching the videos. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. There's a little subscribe button down in the bottom corner there. If you get a chance, click that. Don't forget to click the like button if you like that. Um, but we're going to talk about what we did today as far as just in the market. And so let's go ahead and take a look at our portfolio. As you can see here, the market, S&P was down just a hair. Dow down 126 points, and our NASDAQ, the NASDAQ was up about a 0.5% or so. So most of our stuff, if it's tied to that NASDAQ, so whatever, if the NASDAQ's green, we should be somewhat green, and that's kind of how it ended up today. As you can see here, Tesla at the very top of our list, up about 1%. But if you look at the little small chart over here, you can see that it did have a little trouble starting out the day, but it did manage to climb its way back up towards the top there and turn in a green day for us. So that was nice to see. Tesla's been beat up here lately. I really think this one's going to get up to that $700 level before we know it. So we're in pretty good on this one right now. We're pretty close. I'm going to say we're probably down a couple percent at the most on that one. So almost bought some more today, but I just didn't want to buy anything. I just wanted to watch what's happening with NVAX, especially because that's where we got most of our cash tied up right now. A lot of it anyway. That we would be buying anything with. MSTR tied to Bitcoin, and Bitcoin had a little pullback today during regular hours. So actually had a little bit of a pull up over the weekend, but then it just sold off during the day today. But this one's not going to do very good unless the Bitcoin does good and the Nasdaq does good. It kind of does both. As the Nasdaq pulled up today, this one did pull up a little bit, but it really does count on that Bitcoin price. So keep your eye on the Bitcoin price if you want to understand what's going on with this one. But not a bad day. I mean, it pulled back some, 3%, but Bitcoin did pull back too. So got to expect that. We we can't buy any more of that. We're kind of heavy in that already, as well as the Tesla. So we're not going to be adding to either one of those or the Novavax. All right. Now I do have a little game plan on the Novavax. I'll talk about that in just a minute. U.S. Steel pretty much down from the open and just stayed flat the rest of the day. No major movement there. Volume kind of low. Not a lot going on with U.S. Steel at this 25, 26 range. Not something I will be playing anytime soon. HUT MF, that's HUT 8 Mining Corporation, Bitcoin miner. Did have a little green today for a minute, and then right in this area here, and then it sold off. But not a bad day, only down 1%. So, but it's got a ways to go. We want that one to get up there. It does have a 52-week high of $13, so we'd love to see that. But we're probably in somewhere around 7 or so. I can't remember, but it's been a while. We're not worried about that one. We'll just wait till the Bitcoin goes up and see where we're at. Novavax is the one really driving things right now. All four of these really have been doing well. So let's take a look at Novavax. Novavax, just a nice day from get-go this morning. Did turn red just a tiny bit, and then it just pushed its way up to the green and just stayed green pretty much all day, kept making new highs, and actually got up to this 199 level, which is got us into the green now on our cash account. We are still in the red on our IRAs, but I did move some more cash into the cash account today. So what I'm thinking about doing, and thought it might be this afternoon, but it didn't happen the way it was acting. I thought maybe we're going to have that news this afternoon, but then it did sell off towards the end of the day, and I thought, well, we must not be going to have the news. But I did have some news come out that talked about this panel that he's going to, CEO is going to be on, another one of those panels. It's a couple of weeks away, so that's not the kind of news we were looking for. We were looking for P3 data on this U.S. and Mexico. Still could come out any day, and to have that conference out there, 10 days or so from now, whatever the date was, I have to go back and look at it. But that kind of gives you a timeline to say, hey, maybe they'll have something come out that morning, but it could come out any day. It may not wait that long, but the way it acted today was really good. I don't like the way it sold off towards the end of the day. That was just some profit takers, though, because nice little run. I mean, you're talking about a day range from 182 to 199. Just shows you how this thing can move. But let's go ahead and take a look at a little bit bigger chart here. Let's see. See what we've already done. Hit a new high for the month. If you go back to the 6-month chart here, you see where we were at one time. I think I actually got up in this 260, and we started buying it in the cash accounts at 215 or so, or something like that. But we took a beating all the way down to here. But look how quick this thing can come back. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, you just got to hang on. This is one of those type of stocks you just got to hang on. And we had decent volume today. But the game plan for me is I've got that cash moved over to cash account unless there's something that just pops up and takes a good dip. I probably won't be using that. I'll just have it sitting there. And when that news does come out, I expect this to run. If it's good news, I expect this to run up to 230, 240. And my game plan is just to put that cash right into it. That cash that I moved today, it's going to probably miss the boat. Some I won't be able to do it right away, but you know how these things, they'll jump so quick you'll miss part of it. But I think if I can get in it quick enough, I will make money on whatever I put in there for that day at least. And so what I'll probably do is put that cash in on the back end and see how high it goes for the day. Then I may sell the shares that we first bought that are those higher price shares just to get that cash back on the side. But it will be from those higher price shares. So this is going to improve our cost average. If I draw those shares out, I could just, depending on how it acts, I could just leave it all in there and let it ride. But we are real heavy. I mean, almost all of our cash account is Novavax, and I did that for a reason because I got a lot of confidence in them. I don't count on that account for retirement. It's nice to have, but it's if it gets to zero, it gets to zero. But I don't expect it to do that. But Novavax is a good one here. I mean, it is on the tear. I'm real happy with the way it acted today, except for towards the end of the thing. But it was a nice trend up all day long. It was fun to watch. I just was hoping it would get that 200, but it got to 199. So, and 199 for somebody's controlling that. It's no doubt about it in my mind that somehow that gets controlled, and they don't let it run to 200. And then they sell off at the end some of it to just make money for the day. That's just part of the game. That's what they do. SPCE, that's Virgin Galactic. Now, it was up today because the Richard Branson, I believe his name is, he's actually going to be in that flight that goes up to space, right at the edge of space. So I think that's part of the reason it was up so good today. But yeah, we like that. We're way down on that one still. That one's going to be in the 40 range, somewhere in that 40 range, I think, where we're at on that one. So got a good ways to go. but that's not a bad day. This one can move pretty quick too. We've seen that in the past. Let's go back and look at that chart real quick. Yeah, see, we bought in here somewhere up here in this 45 range, I think, somewhere. So as it pulled back, we bought and it just kept going down. So once again, can't time these things very well. Uh, and you just when you mess up on the timing, which happens to me often, I never buy the tops and I never buy the bottoms or sell buy the bottoms and sell the tops. But it's tough to do. But what you do is you just cost average as you can. If you miss that bottom, which most time I do, so I'll buy some and then buy some more as it drops. But sometimes they just keep on dropping, and it's hard to you know it's hard to time these things sometimes. But there's people that are probably a lot better than me, but I do pretty good on the overall process. So that has a lot to do with patience and just having faith in things and not getting excited when they drop. Uh, Speaking of a bad trade, this Tilrays was probably the worst trade I've made in a long time. But we did it. I'll just show you how bad it was. Here's where I bought, right up here somewhere. So we got a long ways to go on that one. Luckily, we only did it in one account, but we did do a pretty good number of shares. So we thought we was going to get a quick day trade out of that, and we got stuck. So that's what happens sometimes. But last time I bought it, I had to hold it for about 2 years before, and the price has been higher than that. I think it was 155 or so. So that one can move like crazy. Let me just show you that. Let's pull up that chart back on the Tilray here and just kind of show you the 5-year chart on that. You can see this thing has been way up here, 143, but I think it was actually 155. But anyway, we bought in two different bad places that go round, and ended up cost averaging as it went down. See, it got low as this $6 level, whatever, $5. So we cost averaged that whole time, and then it came back up, and we ended up making pretty good money on it. So don't always worry about your first buy. If you got confidence in something and you can cost average it, you're liable to do fine on it if you've got patience. Nicola's been doing pretty good here lately. Again, that's another one we been in. Well, we made a really good trade on it the first time we bought it, and made some pretty good money on it on that first trade. This is our second trade on it, and we've been stuck in it for a while now. Let's see if we go back 6 months. Yeah, see, we were up in here somewhere, I think, maybe even a little higher, but we've got a ways to go on this one before we have to worry about selling it. But yeah, we did pretty good the first go round, got not so good the second go round, but a lot of things happened. You can see how beat up it got. But from these lows here, it has made a pretty good little run. And we haven't given up on that one yet. A lot of things are supposed to happen this year for that one. So we'll just wait on that to come back. Let's take a look at, or let's just talk about what the game plan again is. The cash account, sitting there with some cash on the sideline, going to wait for some news to come out on Novavax. And when those news items come out, a lot of times Novavax will run $40, $50, sometimes even more. So what my game plan is just to try to jump on it as quick as I can when the news comes out, and then let it ride and just watch how high it goes, and then at some point, start unloading some shit. We're going to try to handle that, and kind of that's what we're waiting on. Probably not going to be doing too many trades. I may buy some in one of my IRAs. We still got a little cash on the side there. If anything, I've been trying to watch this EXAS. It's been getting close to the buy range, but it did have a good day today, so it would take a few days for that one to drop before I could get in it. I was trying to get in it the other day at 106 and never made it. So, but we'll try to get back on here again Friday sometime, possibly. If not, maybe Saturday morning. But we'll talk about what happened the rest of the week. Keep your eyes on Novavax. Something's definitely going on there. It's on the climb, and sometimes they have a tendency they'll try to pull that back right before anything good happens. So that wouldn't surprise me either. But I'd love to see it just keep on ticking up like it's doing. We're up in the green now on the cash account on that one, and not too far from break even on the IRAs, and it's a lot better place than we were even 3 weeks ago. So, all right, have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you later in the week. Thanks.